from the cup, watching the world hurry up. Through the window people go, but in here time is slow. Wooden table, quiet space, finding peace in this place, in the middle of the noise. I found a little silence between the concrete and the sky. The old days are passing by, walking slow, walking free, a hidden sanctuary. Step outside into the light, old roofs catching the sun so bright. Ancient gate standing tall, right beside the shopping mall. Incense drifting in the air, moments that we stop and stare in the middle of the noise. I found a little silence between the concrete and the sky. The old days are passing by, walking slow, walking free, a hidden sanctuary. Feeling like I'm home.
Men in circles in the blue.
Everything is fresh and new, not sure where the shadows go.
Moving fast and moving slow.
Orange light and purple shade.
Memories that never fade.
Listen to the wind that played,
Whistling songs for us today.
notes are falling like the rain.
Washing away every pain.
Catch a rhythm, hold it tight.
Everything will be alright. I'm dancing with the invisible beat, lifting us right off our feet.
Floating like a paper plane through the sunshine and the rain. Don't need words to understand, walking through this wonderland. Blending in the air, magic moments everywhere,
Turning round and round again like a happy hurricane.
softly speaking to the soul,
Making broken pieces whole. Dancing with the invisible beat, lifting us right off our feet.
floating like a paper plane through the sunshine and the rain. Don't need words to understand, walking through this wonderland.
Just floating
So light,
view. Yeah. Walking through the frame, clearing out the mind. Leave the heavy baggage and the stress behind. Rewriting the script, turning on the light. Everything is looking different in my sight. Got a vision of a world where we just flow. Planting little seeds, watching how they go. No rush to the finish, I enjoy the ride. Got the universe moving right by my side. Oh, oh, I'm seeing colors that I never saw before. Opening the window, unlocking the door. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new vibe. Feeling so alive, yeah, I feel alive. Reinvent the world with a melody. Everything exactly where it's meant to be. Ideas floating around like bubbles in the air. Catch them if you can, handle them with care. Maybe we can change it, maybe we can build something kind of beautiful, something fulfilled. Reflections in the water, mirror of the soul. Finally feeling like I'm losing control in a good way, you know, just letting it be. Freedom is the only thing I really see. Oh, oh, I'm seeing colors that I never saw before. Opening the window, unlocking the door. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new vibe. Feeling so alive, yeah, I feel alive. Reinvent the world with a melody. Keep dreaming. New world, positive state of mind.
Golden light is falling down, touching every part of town. Shadows dancing on the stone, feeling like I'm not alone. Walking past the open gate, destiny feels like gentle fate. Quiet whisper in the leaves, secrets that the wind believes. Velvet sky is coming close, sacred silence involved in the dose. Breathing in the ancient air, magic moments everywhere. Time is melting in the haze, lost inside this purple maze. Softly, softly, day turns night. Everything feels just right. Steps are echoing on the floor, looking for something more. In the stillness I find grace, written on this holy place. Colors changing into blue. The sun has gone to sleep. Memories that we keep. Streetlights turning on. The day is almost gone. Walking slow through the night. Everything feels alright. Tasting the cool night air. Magic is everywhere.